Holly Willoughby and Phillip Schofield are said to have been heckled by mourners who mistakenly thought they had jumped the queue to see the Queen's coffin at Westminster Hall. One man who queued for 14 hours said people started shouting when the This Morning hosts walked past, something ITV denies. Joe Tompkins, a 41-year-old who travelled from Nottingham to see the Queen lying in state, said people around him were looking out for one another as they waited in line. Holly, 41, and Phil, 60, have faced calls to be sacked from their ITV daytime show following the drama, despite releasing a statement insisting they would never jump the queue and explaining they had media accreditation. Joe had travelled to London on Thursday night, arriving in the queue at 1 a.m. on Friday. "We were in the zigzag line right at the end of the queue when we saw Phil and Holly. They walked straight past us all and a few people started shouting. People were saying, 'Oi, Phil, Holly, get to the back of the queue,'" he told The Sun. The builder said a lot of people around him were angry with the TV presenters, adding there was a real hatred for them. Joe made several friends in the queue and said they all supported each other as they waited to pay their respects to the late monarch. An ITV spokesman told the Mirror, "This account is untrue and is not a fair and accurate representation of what happened that day." Phillip and Holly were escorted by government staff to work from the media gallery. They did not file past the Queen's coffin and were there alongside a host of other broadcasters and national media in a professional capacity. They added, to the contrary, Phillip and Holly stopped to meet many that greeted them and had selfies. There was no ill will at all towards them. During Tuesday's episode of This Morning, Holly and Phillip started the show with a segment of video clips as they marked the 10 days following the Queen's passing. They said they went to Westminster Hall to show all the people who were unable to attend. "Like hundreds of accredited broadcasters and journalists, we were given official permission to access the hall. It was strictly for the purpose of reporting on the event for millions of people in the UK who have not been able to visit Westminster in person," Holly said in a pre-recorded voiceover. "The rules were that we would be quickly escorted around the edges to a platform at the back. In contrast, those paying respect walked along a carpeted area beside the coffin and were given time to pause. None of the broadcasters and journalists there took anyone's place in the queue and no one filed past the Queen. We of course respected those rules. However, we realize that it may have looked like something else, and therefore totally understand the reaction. Please know that we would never jump a queue. Do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us at webcelebs@mirror.co.uk or call us direct at 0207 29 33 033.